Any producer and director, you've seen him dominating the internet with shows like NBA Desktop, rest in peace. Really the predecessor for all the shit you see today. Not hating, just being real. Giving love where it's due. I'm light-skinned. It's for me to give love. That means I'm putting, really out there. Also, created the Luka Doncic official anthem, Hallelujah. Now he's getting his first out with Cricket Media. Let's get Out of Pocket with Jason Gallagher.
Whoa. You caught me on my cell phone. What's up, fellas?
Brother, appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm a big fan. Congratulations to you both on the success of Out of Pocket.
Now, let me say, a long time ago, Jason Gallagher came walking over to my desk and he goes, "Hey, I have this really cool idea for Jason Concepcion, but he's too busy to film a test with me." He's like, you don't have to be like funny or do anything. I just need you to sit still for 2 seconds and like talk. And he filmed it for a minute. I had no idea what it's for. And I was the original stand-in for Desktop. I was the body double. I didn't, it was no importance to me. It was all his vision, but it was an honor to just get to do that.
Well, I would be remiss if I tried to claim some sort of credit for it. I was literally just trying to frame something correctly. And when I was like, don't be funny, somehow that didn't stop you from attempting to be funny. I just distinctly remember you trying to get off jokes and stuff. And I'm sitting there going like, all right, I literally just need your body. You could be a mannequin right now. I don't need you to speak. I don't need you to do anything. But I always appreciate it. You've done some things. You've done some things for me, some video tests for me, Zach.
You had me play Blake Bortles in a video once. You had me, both of you actually have gotten me to do more acting than I ever thought I would have to do. But enough about me. We've got a good show tonight.
Yeah.
Where do you want to begin?
We got Jason here. We obviously know Mavs fan, big Luka fan. Let's just, Luka's always a good subject of conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mavs were a little stagnant early on. Obviously had some injuries and all that goodness, but Luka out here busting Pandemic P's ass yet again.
It's literally like friggin' cereal for breakfast. It's awesome.
So first question I gotta ask you, will Luka be the GOAT? Do you see that down the road? And if so, how soon do you see Luka taking the crown from LeBron James?
Oh my God, what a loaded question. Well, one, of course, it's not even a question. First off, but what's the hard thing is if he'll pass the current GOAT, Dirk Nowitzki, which is who the GOAT in my heart is. That's what's really weird about like this situation is that like he's obviously like a more well-rounded player. It seems to be like in a very short amount of time. It's just like what he's doing is so impressive, so young or whatever. And obviously like got a long way to go. Yeah. I don't know if like Mavs fans like me will ever be like, oh yeah, he's better than Dirk. Like, I don't think anyone will actually ever say it. You know what I mean? It's like a sin.
2 rings?
Yeah.
Second ring after that final buzzer, he's not better than Dirk?
You know what Kevin Durant taught me, Josiah? Is that more rings doesn't equal more rings. You know what I mean? Like Dirk's one ring is worth more than a lot of rings.
That's fair. We don't really acknowledge anything.
That was a journey as a Mavs fan from 2006 to 2011. I'm talking the lowest depths of the depths. So that just felt extra. It felt
if
like
I can be honest. So you guys two-pieced that Lakers team. And I had fully thought the Lakers were just going back to the finals that year. But I was terrified of playing the Heat. Like I knew we weren't going to beat that Heat team.
Yeah.
So part of me, though I still hate JJ Barea, and I still like what Andrew Bynum did to him, as disgusting as that is.
Wow.
I was grateful to not have to play the Heat. And then what you guys did to the Heat was unbelievable. So
I picked us to lose every series. I mean, like it was that's where the fandom was. They were called the one and done boys. And it was unbelievable.
I mean, I blame racism, but it's fine. We've moved on from it. You guys act like you can't mock sick people nowadays. You know, when LeBron and D-Wade were mocking who is it? Who was hurt? Sick Dirk, whoever it was.
Dirk, yeah.
I knew at that moment.
It probably was, and I got to say, I accept it. It's fine.
Drink your beverage. Turn up. So,
all right.
recently Luka spotted potentially. Everybody getting lit but me because I got the water in the Diet Dr. Pepper bottle because I'm too cheap to get a cup and I just didn't feel like washing one later on. But was Luka shooting a shot with the ref? I know you've seen this clip now. I had to watch it like 46 times just to figure out what was going on because he's not talking about the foul. And Ty Lue's even like ear hustling, like, what's going on?
Hey, I just want to say that's the best part of the clip is seeing the side eye from Ty Lue. Like, dude, you're fucking crazy for this. That's my favorite part. Jason, what did you think here?
I mean, Luka talks to refs a lot, and I would be naive to say he does not. Now, he is not doing his typical. The reason why I think he is kind of working something is because he's typically much whinier, and I know we only see the back of his head, but he seems much more calm, like.
Than the normal approach.
I mean, what do you think? Is a foul? Yeah, exactly. So, whatever. I mean, like my guy, I respect it. Do your thing. He's gonna complain about a foul, regardless. So he's probably just like, while I'm here, let's see. See what can happen.
Okay, get that out of here.
For Luka. I mean.
Did you see the Did you? Yeah, I agree with that about Luka's fade. Did you see the speculation that he went up to the ref and said something like foul, and she goes, "What foul?" And he goes, "Fouling in love with you." Did you see people were claiming that was the line?
I do not believe that Luka's English is good enough for that yet. Let's just put it that way.
Jake, we got to ask you the most important question. Luka in a long list of potential future Lakers. When, in your opinion, will Luka join the Lakers?
Stay away. You stay away. You stay away. You and Draymond, quit talking to him.
Quit talking to him.
Quit talking to him. Draymond, after the game, every game he plays Luka, I see him beeline it straight for him. I watch these things, and it's like every time.
2024, what are we thinking? 2025? I mean, Luka seems pretty loyal, but at some point, these things just run their course, and you got to get out to LA. LeBron will be year like 22 at that point, still averaging like 20 and 9.
LeBron, his son, and Luka.
LeBron owns MGM at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
MGM Studios. I love to prod my roommate's a Mavs fan. I love to prod him with the like Luka to the Lakers stuff. I don't know if it'll ever happen. He does seem very pleased. I think it'd be really hard. Like Cuban just won't let a guy like that leave, but. It is fun to just poke and prod random.
Luka's joining clutch soon.
I'm in complete earlier this season we had a rough go and I was in pretty good panic mode. Even though in hindsight it's like, oh right, COVID. Turns out COVID is not great. And and so I'm like, sitting there and I'm trying to I'm looking at the rest of the sort of like MVP contenders and things like that and their supporting cast. And then I'm looking at Dallas. And at the time, KP was really not playing well. He's playing a little better now. And I was truly like, I don't even blame him for leaving. I don't even blame, that kind of shit. I was so mad at the team development and my sometimes I wonder if the Mavericks sometimes are just trying to be like too cute with the development and everything like that, where these other teams, like, if you've got a generational superstar, you just hand the keys over. You say, I love you, Rick Carlisle, but this is this guy's team. He can build it how he wants. I don't care, a la LeBron or whatever. And a part of me, the selfish part of me is like, just do that. Just give it to Luka, whatever. But they've turned it around. I've come back to earth. I'm like, all right, well, let's see what this team can do. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It's a weird year.
So Lakers in what we think in 6 if they meet up in the playoffs?
Just back off. Just like give us a little bit of time. We just got back to the playoffs last year.
That is honorable. 6 games.
We're taking care of each other. We're taking care of the Clippers. Y'all don't have to deal with them.
We're appreciative of that. We're very thankful. Very thankful for that in the bubble.
Question for y'all: has a team ever like owned another team without actually like beating them in a meaningful way? Like it's wild.
It's such a big. We probably would have lost to the Clippers, but we'll never know, and that's the best part about life.
Yeah,
that was lovely, absolutely lovely. So I do owe you for that.
We got March Madness going on. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the UCLA Bruins. Just once again, smacking Michigan State. in Mackey Arena. Let's be real. No disrespect to Purdue, but Mackey Arena is probably one of the shittiest looking gyms. And I've played in this gym before, and it hasn't changed. And I get the whole mystique and the lore of Indiana basketball, whatever. But get a new arena. It's not tight. We're not trying to film Hoosiers. The court's janky. Gene Katie didn't even want to be there. You see, Gene Katie dipped as soon as he left Purdue. Went straight New York with Lab hanging. Blessing Wiz Khalifa, but. Zach, I know you've got it. You got one for us. What's your craziest college basketball story? You saw the picture today of the NIT, you laughing as your team was taking the L.
That's a good one. So the backstory there, obviously is on the copies. We got knocked out of the NIT, and if you go click into the photo, if Greg can pull up the full photo, you can actually see the scoreboard at the bottom, and you can see we're losing by 4, and there's 0.6 seconds left in the game, and you see that stupid smile on my face. And on the other side of the huddle was my Mark Balsam, who's a very good friend. And if you're in Miami and looking for a house, hit him up. Very talented real estate agent. He's mouthing across the huddle at me, Cabo. And I'm like, bro, and that smile is 1, 2, 3 Cancun, that kind of shit. Best story. I mean, Josiah, if you want to go, let me think of a really good one if you got one on tap.
I'm trying to think. Like, I have like a crazy New Year's story, like where we were basically in a Pac-10 city. This was when it was a Pac-10. We had a New Year's like layover, like a Thursday, Sunday, whatever. We had to stay for New Year's, but we ended up connecting with some waitresses at the local restaurant who we used to stay with SC everywhere we went, so we would always be them. So like their New Year's party was like an ice cream party, and they were just like super moping around and depressed, and we were like getting picked up and shuttled off to a crib. But I think the funniest thing is like we had like our Dobo would do like bed checks and shit, so we all put like fake pillow versions of ourselves in the bed to make it look like we were elaborate with our shit. It was like some straight Ferris Bueller stuff, but ended up. But as we're driving back home, it was a little snowy, icy conditions. The person driving the car started swerving and literally almost like crashed into the center divider. And I just remember the players in the car looked at each other like, yo, if this person would have crashed, we were all going to get out and run back to the hotel, like no questions asked. But it was like a good like mile run. It'd been a mile run in like 25-degree weather.
Yeah.
That's probably the crazy.
Great. Mine, I mean, it was more just like the team camaraderie stuff of it that was so fun when we played Utah. And I remember their coach, who I think is still their coach, Larry Stoviak, busted something in our locker room. Like, and we were all upset as managers, and Coach Sendek actually found out. So when we played at Utah, we were actually losing, and he was mad, but I watched him punch a hole in the whiteboard, and it's Utah's property, and he punched the hole in it and looked straight at us like he did it for us as the managers. And so that kind of stuff is always super fun. But I got into some trouble a couple of times, but I think I got to hold those stories or hold them for another time. We can run through those maybe Final Four, something like that. Let me tease some of those out.
So Jason, question for you. We got a lot of great mascots in college, of course, Okay. Think about the Bruins of UCLA, amongst others. What college has the worst mascot? What's the worst mascot?
Well, I wish I could answer that in a meaningful way, because my college knowledge is very slim. I told Zach before I hopped on here, but I will give you this anecdote. Yeah. Okay, my dad went to a high school in Freeport, Illinois, and his mascot was the Pretzels.
Oh my God. How is that? How?
Freeport Pretzels.
Salted or unsalted?
Yeah.
I believe it's salted.
Okay,
I believe the mascot is salted. I'm not kidding.
Respect. That's what no salt on the pretzel. We're just getting the janky hours.
Yeah. So I'll never forget that. He's got the Letterman's jacket with the pretzel. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome. I hope that's an awesome jacket in general.
Zach, who you got?
Bro, I mean, like, I hate my guy Andrew Taylor dropped in Stanford. I hate their mascot. I'm trying to think like some of the teams we played that had like I always thought the Banana Slugs, terrible mascot. Great school, very fun school, terrible mascot. Even like UCSB, like the Gaucho, is that like a great mascot? I don't think so.
Not particularly. Was he a run-of-the-mill Gaucho? Was he the best Gaucho in his Gaucho crew? Like,
yeah, who knows?
Andrew Taylor hit on it. I got to go with Stanford, bro. The Cardinal, like, you're a big ass tree, like, and not even like a good tree that you can roll in a blunt and smoke recreationally in California. Just a regular tree, like piney, like.
Well, the tree looks musty too.
Musty tree.
Musty
tree.
Like old cloth hanging down. It's like, dude, I heard about the bribes you were taking there. You can buy a better uniform for that mascot.
So I also want to hit y'all on, we got obviously NCAA tournaments underway, March Madness, beautiful. Which college hoopers, what college hooper deserves their flowers? Past or present, could be any guy.
Oh.
Who's somebody who's just an amazing college hooper you remember from your time, and it's like, damn, this dude doesn't get nearly the love that he deserves.
Okay. Jason, you want to go first? You want me to go first on this?
When Zach texted me about coming on the show, I said, unless we're talking about Grievous Vasquez, I don't really have much to say about college basketball. So there you go. Legend. I loved watching that guy. It was great. I don't know his numbers. I don't know much about him now, but at the time, he was electric.
Julius Hodge. All right, for me, this is
Julius Hodge is a legend.
Jaleel Okafor, no thanks. For me, it was a young man, to this day, the most electric defender I have ever seen in college basketball. His name was Vinoy Overton. Okay. Not a great person off the court. Some things happened when he graduated. We don't need to go into this. Don't Google it. Don't bother Googling.
Zach, you opened the door for Googling.
Yeah, you don't need to Google it. I have no idea what he's doing now. I have tried to find out what he's doing. He's not on social media. But Vinoy Overton, to this day, the most electric defender. And like there was a stretch his freshman and sophomore year where he was just D'ing up crazy talented guys in the Pac-10. He tried to fight James Harden. He was amazing. So that was it. I love the guys people are throwing in here, though. Josiah, who do you got? Aaron Harrison, Peyton Siva. Peyton Siva was a dog.
First and foremost, Charles Salim Stoudemire, Lake Oswego, Oregon, University of Arizona. Easily the greatest shooter of all time. Better than Steph. I don't care what Steph fans have to say. He was same year as JJ Redick. I remember we're playing Arizona. Ben Howland was a big analytics guy ahead of his time. Bessie told us, like, in order for JJ Redick to catch Salim, who was shooting like 54% from three at that point, JJ Redick would have had to hit his next 100 threes in a row just to get to the same shooting percentage as Salim. Now, Salim went to the league, played around for a little bit. Coaches really couldn't grasp on, just more of their problem than him. They really didn't understand the man. Just give him the rock and move out the way. I remember Zach being in Cabo as well after the tournament 2005.
Yeah.
Arizona playing Illinois, watching the game. Always mad Salim didn't take the shot to win it. They ended up, I think, losing in OT or something like that. But it was really, like, legitimately hurt because I wanted Salim to always just win in life. But that's my
100%.
guy.
Melo Trimble. Dude, these names people are throwing in, Jerome Washington, these names are awesome, and it brings me back to really fun tournaments. I do want to say that the guy that when I was in college, the best example of a guy where I remember like being like, all right, yeah, this guy's earned my respect. Going into a game, we're playing Washington State. Their best player was suspended for smoking weed. So he's suspended for the first half. And we scouted this dude so much. And I remember, like, why are we scouting him? Like, he can't be that important. We are at 15 at halftime. Second half rolls. He comes in. He dropped, I think, 29 on us, and we won by 1 point. It was Klay Thompson. And from that day forward, I realized how good Klay Thompson was. So
I will never forgive the Pac-10 for making this man apologize for smoking marijuana.
Yeah, bro. He's in Pullman. Let him have some fun.
He's in Pullman. Have you been there? Have you had to live there?
Brutal, dude.
But all right, we've had a great show so far, but the Lakers played, LeBron versus LaMelo, first game, first time.
Yeah.
LAMELO, as I call him. He's just LAMELO. Soon to be. But question for you guys. There's been a big debate about who's Melo, Carmelo, LaMelo. Will LaMelo ever be Melo?
I think the reality is yes. Just with recency bias and the way that all works. Jason, what do you think?
Yeah. I think the answer is yes too. And it really just sort of speaks to my own age, how sad it makes me. But it really it's been a while since Melo was like the guy, And so even the disconnect between those who are younger and following LaMelo now and what they might remember, it's tough. It's tough. But I definitely think he's going to be Melo.
I mean, it's hard, but sometimes you get your nickname jacked, and that's just life. Like
that is life. That is life.
There's another Josiah. He's the lead singer of The Head and the Heart. He dominates my Google search now. And what am I supposed to do? Be mad about it? This is life. Melo had his turn. Then MELO came along and took MELO and moved other MELO out the paint. Chino Hill's finest. I mean, your dad's LeVar Ball. Now we're talking about the light-skinned of Mount Rushmore. We're talking about people like Albie Shore, people like Mike Miller.
Yeah.
Does LaMelo belong on the light-skinned of Mount Rushmore? Has he done enough yet?
Not yet. Soon.
That's all I wanted to hear, Zach. That's all I wanted to hear.
Good answer, bro.
We asked the tough questions here. This is why we're the most off-kilter show.
This is the tough questions. I love it.
Yeah.
We saw the model that Desktop laid. We followed that foundation. Super appreciative for you guys for giving us all opportunity
100%.
to collect bags, because we really didn't know this was possible until things like that came out. Oh, we can get bags for just talking about whatever we feel like. This is a beautiful time.
Yeah.
Well, Jason was JC. Can I plug my thing real quick?
No, yeah, please.
Do it.
Please.
2 seconds. Okay, we have a show called All Caps that premieres tomorrow. You got to check out the Crooked Media's YouTube page. But if you liked NBA Desktop, you'll probably like this, and you should check that out because we worked hard, and it's a lot of the reason why I'm so tired right now.
Just don't take our Emmy, bro. We had like an 18 episode head start. We're trying to this lane was super wide open because there's nothing else really cracking.
Yeah.
Don't take our Emmy.
Jason, hold off to 22. We're going to
you.
do 21. You have 22 and forward, but I think timing wise, there's some rules about you not being able to apply this year. So
it's all that stuff. It'll just be you guys versus what? Slow News Day?
Yeah.
My guy?
Yeah.
Kevin Clark?
I texted Kevin Clark something very out of pocket today, and he said he didn't respond. And I said, "Your silence is deafening." And 4 hours later, he texted me, "I was working. You should try it." I was like, "All right, Kevin."
Yeah, that's
all
what
right.
he does. Yeah.
All right.
Just move.
Legends.
Goddamn.
So I don't know if you guys have seen the clip of the Virginia State president basically snatching the dude's ankles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can we run it for the people who haven't? Now, what I didn't realize, I don't think this is him. This is just a guy fucking around.
Yeah. The
I
guy
cursed.
the video came from.
Shout out to Buckets for always
Great
being on
account.
top of it. Because I saw it and I was like, wait a minute. This needs to go on Buckets. But it was already on Buckets. So here we go.
Yeah.
Takes the jacket off.
Oh, I love that the jacket came off.
But this is like his go-to move. What I didn't realize is there was that other viral video that had been circulating. This one from back in the day. Same dude.
I did not realize this was him until tonight before we were getting ready for the show. And he really got her on it's the hezzy. It's that last hezzy that sent me, dude. It sent her.
Me. It's in a conference room. God. It's so bad.
In front of coworkers, friends, family.
Yeah.
I normally don't condone black on black violence, but in this rare instance, I support it.
That's great.
Can I ask you? Can I just share a little something for you guys?
Look, you are a guest. You can share whatever you feel
worried
like.
about what it's gonna be.
But you just can't say the N-word. That's it.
Oh, all right.
You can do everything but say the N-word.
It's basketball related, okay?
Yeah.
So we produce a once a week show, all caps, and in doing so, you prep in hopes that things will go your way, right? Mm-hmm. You sort of like guesstimate how the week might go or whatever. And let's just say we really needed the Knicks to win tonight. And so for about 15 minutes, I was a hardcore Knicks fan, and it was miserable. It was awful. They almost fucked it up. I couldn't believe it. I like celebrated because they were up by like 4 with like 20 seconds left. And they like seemingly sealed the fucking game. And I was like, hell yeah, Knicks. I even like texted people. I like dropped it in the Slack. I was like, Knicks. And then like 12 seconds left. And I'm like, they're going to blow this thing. How are they going to blow this thing? Oh my God. So I just want to shout out Knicks fans because I was a Knicks fan for 20 minutes and it sucked so bad.
A little window into the life.
It was awful.
Jason, that was honestly a great segue because our next topic, we've got Zach. You posted a tweet recently about a Knicks fan betting his STIMMY on the team winning a championship.
The one I just want to say, the group of way more famous people that I was tagged with in this was quite an honor. It was like Thesis, Josiah. I was in there for some reason. I was the only one that interacted with it. But I love that this dude took the STIMMY, put it all on the Knicks to win this title. A
I hope this isn't real.
$351,000 payout.
I hope this is not real.
I hope it's real, and I hope he wins.
I hope he needs to be, honestly, I don't condone being arrested. Do whatever you want with the STIMMY, but that's criminal.
They're gonna hold this tweet up at Congress the next time they try and do STIMMYs, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, we're not doing this again," and that's gonna be the end of the argument.
It's not great.
So I gotta ask you guys. You've seen, the STIMMY's gotten several nicknames, even the STIMMY, which is awesome. What's your favorite nickname for the STIMMY? It could be the STIMMY because honestly, shout out to Black Twitter. We can just take
yeah,
and right away, stimulus turns into STIMMY.
So, I mean. I like STIMMY. I'm just gonna say it. I've done nothing but call it STIMMY, but I do it in different voices because my wife loves that.
You got STIMMY Buckets, STIMMY Neutron,
STIMMY Turner, that
Stim Reaper.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Reaper. Oh wow.
Stimothy Chalet. There's so much. There's a lot of great STIMMY. We got more nicknames and people will get jobs or use that STIMMY for.
Has anyone done the South Park Timmy voice with STIMMY?
Ooh.
STIMMY. Has anyone done that?
No.
All right. I call it. I'm probably getting canceled.
Get it out there. That's a hitter. That is a banger.
Good. Oh my God.
What else is on the agenda? I mean, I feel like we talked Luka.
Do we want to do the pizza thing and go out on that or no? We don't need to.
Let's save it.
All right.
Shady.
All right.
That's good.
That's slander time, Zach, because that's gonna set the internet ablaze.
Yeah. People were already mad that I did that, so that's fine.
What did you do?
I said deep dish pizza was absolute and unmitigated garbage.
Dude.
Deep dish pizza sucks, dude. I wrote that it's a cardboard box full of soup and cheese.
What? Shut up. How about that? How about shut up? It's not. Look, it's not like.
Can we get the Chiron at the bottom and say Jason Gallagher says "shut up"?
I mean, it's not like it. Maybe if you don't want to qualify it as pizza, that's fine. Okay, it's a casserole. Thank you, appreciate that. But if you're going to call it a casserole, whatever. But sometimes I crave it, and sometimes it's good.
It's bad, and I don't ever want it. I don't ever want it as pizza. I would rather order a million different types of pizza. Detroit pizza is so much better than Chicago pizza. It's not even close. But we're going to save this, I think, for another night.
Cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah, I was going to say something really offensive. I'm not going to say it. But it was about Lou Malnati, so you guys can figure it out.
There you go. See, there you go.
Shout out to Lou Malnati.
No cheese.
Similar to when the Chicago throws everything to try and get Russell Wilson. No,
you're not having him, and you're not.
We don't want it.
Good,
we don't want your pizza.
Bad pizza, and you're not getting my quarterback.
Your hot dogs are weird. Way too much shit on it. It's not a hot dog anymore.
Wait, the hot dogs are good.
With the shit?
Jason, you lived in Chicago for a while, didn't you?
Yes.
I forgot about that.
That's why I'm standing for it a little bit. The freaking hot dogs are pretty good. And since then, I don't put ketchup on my hot dogs. Ever since then.
That's incorrect. If you go to a Dodger game, the Dodger dogs have a little ketchup, a little mustard. Jason, plug the show one more time, though, on our way out. Remind the people where they can find you, where they can find the show.
All caps every Friday on Crooked Media's YouTube page. Please check it out. If you like I said, if you like NBA Desktop, you'll probably like it. And Jason Concepcion is just a wonderful, talented, funny, weird, smart, intelligent guy. And I think people are going to like it. We have fun stuff for tomorrow. So
awesome. I can't wait. Listen, I know there were some bits that you guys had planned for Desktop that I think you're going to be able to do now. And I'm very excited to see them.
Wait, were you getting your bits hated on?
Oh, no. I mean, no. I honestly, they did a good job of. In hindsight, I'm kind of glad they suggested those things because
that's fair enough.
I think let's put it this way: James Dolan will sue anybody.
That was the one. I wasn't even going to say it. I was like,
sue anybody.
There's something they wanted to do with James Dolan, and
I'm very thankful that they did it because once I've looked back, I'm like, well, I actually enjoy having a shelter and things like that. So.
We had a Jerry Jones skit on the show that literally was going to open. It was on the premiere episode, and they pulled it, and it was thankful because if it would have ran, it would have been.
Bro, I worked on that show with Josiah, and I remember howling, laughing, and then I'm sitting there, and the executive comes out, and they're like, "You can absolutely not do this. Jerry Jones will get us all fired." And I can't even share what it was.
That was the exact same thing with Dolan. Oh my God, Josiah, I'll sidebar with you and tell you our.
Yeah. Josiah, you should tell him the thing in the summer. Anyway,
I appreciate you,
Jason. Thank you for coming on tonight, man. We really appreciate it. And
thank you guys so much.
Late.
Congratulations on the success, you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Everybody stay black and go Bruins.
Go Bruins.